Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater, and Netflix has realized where its audience is. And its audience, believe it or not, are weebs, are anime fans, otaku, mofos, you know what I mean? The kind of people you avoid at conventions. I'm sorry if you're an anime fan, but you are very weird at conventions, all right? I said manga, and you don't have to stop me dead in my sentence and go, it's pronounced manga, because that's actually legitimately happened. It did, all right? I've got reason to dislike you because, okay, fine. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm giving you a hard time. You know, enjoy your anime. Enjoy your waifu pillow. It's all good with me. Anyway, Netflix understands that when it comes to the future of its brand, it's going to be reliant on a lot of the East. All right. They've already locked in the West. They've already locked that in. But the West is getting a lot more streaming services, right? They're getting a lot more options. And that could start chipping away at a domestic haul, which means they very much want to focus on things that are popular outside of the United States. And a lot of that is anime. Anime is pretty big. Anime is pretty huge. It really, really, really is. And it's still big here in the States. I'm not trying to discredit any of that. You guys have actually made it really popular. And so good on you for that, especially in regards to this announcement right here, where Netflix is going to be doing a live action remake of the cult anime series Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, Cowboy Bebop is getting a live action series. That should be interesting. It really, really, really should be interesting because the response to this has been either yay or boo, boo on them, boo. And the reason why boo is because people are afraid that Netflix is going to SJW this shit up, right? And to be fair, there's already been articles coming out last night that were like, you really need to make sure that this isn't guilty of cultural appropriation and whitewashing. Never mind the fact that the main character of the show is a dude by the name of Spike Spiegel, relatively Aryan, kind of German, right? Feels a bit on the Caucasian side. So if they make him a non-white person, that could be interesting. Faye, on the other hand, could go either way. Jet Black, people are thinking he's already going to be black. They're going to make him black and have kind of be his name. Like, hi everyone, I'm Jet Black, and I'm also black. Get it? It's a pun. That I've seen that legitimately. And then of course you have Ed, which people are arguing that they're going to make her a trans character. And then you've got the corgi, whose name I forget right now, but you never know. They're maybe a poodle. Corgis are they're fucking expensive, right? Corgis are expensive. But anyway, Netflix here has ordered a 10-episode series of Cowboy Bebop, a live-action adaptation of the cult Japanese animated series. The space western hails from Tomorrow Studios, Marty Edelstein's joint venture with ITV Studios, which last year teamed on projects like with Midnight Radio, and writer Chris Yost, who did Thor: The Dark World and Thor: Ragnarok, as well as Sunrise, the studio behind the original series. I don't know if I would go and say that the guy who wrote Thor: The Dark World is someone you want to bring on to handle this. Now, don't get me wrong, Thor: Ragnarok was a much better written movie, but a lot of that was also the ad-libbing from the cast. So let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here. Now, listen, this show ran 26 episodes and developed an insane cult following over the 26 episodes. I can honestly tell you, I've never once seen an episode of the show, right? Because I like to watch it in order, and I always feel like I was coming into it out of order. But I did watch the movie that came out about a decade ago, and I really, really liked the movie. The kind of like space cowboy noirish take on everything was very cool, very stylized, very cinematic. And I'm hoping that they very much capture that same theme, that same mindset when they go into doing this 10-episode season. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be a limited series. I don't know if this is going to just be season 1, see where it goes if they announce season 2. But let's be fair here. The show, when it went to Adult Swim, when it aired at night as part of that anime block, was one of the things that really kept it alive. It actually did a lot during that time to revitalize Futurama and Family Guy and the rest of the Adult Swim lineup. I mean, for crying out loud, I used to come home from work and watch the hell out of Detective Conan, right? Or Case Closed, as it was called here in the States. Like, everyone at my work went home and watched that show. We all talked about it when, like the next day when we got to work and stuff. So these shows have a tendency to become water cooler. And a lot of Cowboy Bebop did the same thing. My boss, a 23-year veteran of the Navy, a dude who carries around a photo in his wallet of hookers he banged on Christmas Day in Longapo, Thailand in 1976. I'm not kidding you. It's like his most prized possession. Would go home from work every night and watch like Cowboy Bebop and Trigun and all the anime shows, and he loved them. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be all over this whenever the hell it comes out. Now, we're not going to see this probably for a while. We're not going to see this probably until 2020 at the latest, or at the earliest. But it does show you that Netflix very much wants to go for the type of content that's going to appeal to the East, right? They want to, like, I mean, you know, they have been working on a lot more with anime. They got the new Ultraman coming out. They've got all the other, the live action Full Metal Alchemist movie. There's all those things. Now, there is there has been a comparison to Death Note, right? Because Netflix did do Death Note, and Death Note was an adaptation, right? But it was one that was, you know, moved from Japan over to Seattle, Washington, and a lot of people didn't care for it. There's been a lot of disdain for Death Note. I actually found it to be entertaining for what it was, you know. So there's that. But people are really, really, really worried this is going to be another Death Note, and I'm just gonna put it to you guys like this. I personally feel that essentially what's going on here is that with them doing a 10-episode season or a series versus a 2-hour movie, you're going to get a lot more exposition. And with that exposition, they'll be able to slow things down and tell a good story, and they're not going to be trying to cram it all in. I do feel with Death Note in a 2-hour movie, they were trying to cram a lot of it in there. And I think that actually really ended up ruining a lot of the tension in the film and a lot of tension from the story, because that's a slow build, it's a slow burn to get to where it becomes super depressing to watch as it is. So I think this will be ultimately okay. But I leave it to you. Do you feel Cowboy Bebop is going to be a good run? Should I go and watch the 26 episodes or just stick to watching the movie again? I mean, let me know. I don't know. I mean, the movie was good, but will I like the show? These are things I'm curious to know your thoughts of, so write them down in the comments, or you can always call in to our voicemail line at 818-350-3281. That's 818-350-3281. Lines are open 24 hours a week, a day, 7 days a week, so shoot us a call. If you haven't already, please thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a fantastic day, and peace out.